It pleases me a little bit that Dabi truly is underestimating every single one of these young generations. It just shows how arrogant and delusional he really is. The fact that Hawks, a guy who never really believed in anything and is only so laid back, believes that the new generation is increasing their pacing of it all, gives me hope that despite this obvious strong despair hanging in the air, there will still be a legacy of new heroes, and they will be the ones who truly defeats the corrupted evil that is the Paranormal Liberation Front. The Angry Anime Fan, this very viewer. Chapter 246 here of Boku no Hero Academia. To celebrate that in just, a couple of days or so, or was it today, or was it 2 days ago? Well, the fourth season of the anime premieres. However, the chapter itself is strong in a very foreshadowing despair, but only has hope in the ending. As we all know, Dr. Ujiko, by the way, there's been some information on an extra database that actually confirmed that Dr. Ujiko really is Dr. Tsubasa, the same guy who diagnosed Deku. I mean, the evidence was extremely strong. According to the databook, though, from what I heard of analysis, it's also said that the guy runs an orphanage. Man. Dr. Ujiko, Dr. Tsubasa, whatever his identity is. Both, when I think about it, could very well just be aliases. Well, either way, the doctor, if all of that from the information in the database is true, then the doctor is the most vile man ever. He is just as vile as All For One. He needs to be stopped. But something tells me it's not going to be that easy. But I'm surprised though that he actually showed his face to, well, with a mask though, to Shigaraki. But I guess it's because Shigaraki technically knows who the doctor is. Either way, the Shigaraki is doing an operation that the doctor is giving him, and here we actually find out something that. He will ask Shigaraki, why do you want more power? Especially since the power of your decay quirk is now destruction incarnate. Well, that's a very good point. His power was too destructive, but now, surprisingly, Shigaraki actually reveals something I didn't see coming. Yes, that power was indeed destruction incarnate, but according to Shigaraki, it was far from perfect. The reason being that Redestro survived, although I wouldn't exactly cutting off his own leg's survival, but it still didn't decay him. And it also seems to imply that yes, even Shigaraki is not immune to the own decaying of his own quirk, because pieces of his flesh has been decayed off in his hand. That is incredibly satisfying in hearing, because I would have actually been pissed off if Shigaraki is completely immune to the effect of his own decay quirk, especially going full power. However, this is also very despairing, because now he will no longer underestimate heroes. Yes, he will, is Shigaraki. So he will crush them with everything might, and the doctor has a way to do it. But here is where things get extremely complicated for me to understand. We all know that the doctor was All For One's doctor as well. And that he has researched quirks. Apparently, this research that he's now gonna beam into Shigaraki is something that was meant to support All For One, but not the person, the quirk All For One. Because according to him, as the quirk expands, it gets more and more impure, more and more ambitious, and more powerful. That is actually a complete reverse of One For All, which actually fits. One For All evolves over the generation and not only becomes more and more powerful. Well, granted, the doctor also says that not All For One gets more powerful as well. But One For All seems to be, I mean, granted, Deku hasn't full control of it, but One For All's power seems to evolve over the years. And while All For One does the same, the doctor implies that the quirk power evolving in such an alarming rate that not even the man known as All For One can control it. However, this quirk singularity, which also brings back to One For All. Remember, we have passed the point of singularity now. is here. So apparently this machine is meant to what? Store his memory? Because the doctor says without the proper hardware to match your memory, you won't be able to last long. Signs that all started appearing since the 4th generation. With the ability to use many quirks, the problem of memory was a serious one. Of course, Shigaraki is not interested in hearing all of that talk, just saying cut to the chase. So basically what the doctor is saying that for the next 4 months, Shigaraki will experience hell. But if he manages to endure those 4 months, he will emerge like a butterfly from a cocoon, more powerful than ever, and have the power of one for all. There is extremely confusing for me. I thought the man known as Alpha One have it, but it seems that the Doctor and Alpha One have stored the power of Alpha One in the research as well, which may actually explain on how the Doctor can keep doing normals despite Alpha One not being near him, because he technically have them storing memory of the quirks. Again, I cannot translate what this means. All I do understand is that people thought that Shigaraki would get Alpha One, and this seems to understand it. However, the Doctor implies that what Shigaraki is gonna get is more than Alpha One. He's gonna get Alpha One, but it's gonna be a power that the real Alpha One could not control. But Shigaraki can, because it's just that evolving. Can you imagine a powerful quirk like Alpha One, and it wasn't even fully controlled yet? Granted, however, Alpha One seemed to just mash quirks together and have a blast. But with someone like Shigaraki, then I can deeply see that it's a troublesome power. Either way, Hawks keep on sending a message. Even a person walking along him, so he cannot walk everywhere in the building. He cannot even identify which hero is part of the Liberation Army. But he has managed to get the message to Endeavor and perhaps someone else, saying that in 4 more months, until then I will send signals. And it seems that even Redestro is not aware that Hawks is sending these things, as he's saying that prepare the numbers. Because even though Endeavor do not like it, he realizes that he has to prepare the interns. As we all know, the police hastened the Hero Academy to train their young heroes, because Hawks has told them that in 4 months everything is going to disappear. Yes, in 4 months Shigaraki is going to emerge like a cocoon, more powerful than ever. Who in their right mind is ever going to stop that man? I'm so pissed off the fact that he's going to become so powerful. However, although Hawks is completely unaware of Shigaraki going through a hellish transformation, he has faith in the new generation as Endeavor emerges from his study. Although refusing to accept it, he says that I will personally be in charge of you three. Do you understand that? Even Endeavor, a man of pride, realizes that this is so bad that he has to train the extra 2. Oh yeah, Bakugo is in this one, also being his more insufferable self. Ugh. Every time I see Bakugo, I just want to vomit. But either way, the one good thing in this chapter is the fact that Hawk is saying that he remembered Dabi's words, and that was actually intentional. Hawks took the kills or the bait, because he wanted to hide the potential of the young heroes. Because according to him, and this is a man that is a prodigy, mind you, he feels like all the young generations are surpassing him. And no, that is not only Shoto, Deku, or Bakugo. He thinks everyone is. From Tokoyami, Uchaku, Tsuyu, Ida, Kirishima, Ashido. Yes, we see them all in their internship with different kind of heroes. Ida is back with the same guy he did when he tracked the Stain Killers. We see Uchaku doing with Ryu. And Tetsu is with Kirishima again in Fatgum's things. And and Denki and Tape guy is with the superhero team of Kami Woods. We don't see which hero theme Ashido and the rest are, but we even see the heroes from other schools, including the shaky guy of it all, as well as some other ones. Yeah, the winter is heading towards its close. Eri is training with her quirk. The young seeds of heroes, that is the UA students, as well as all the other schools, they are being prepared for this. This seems to foreshadow that yes, all the heroes are gonna die, facing off against Shigaraki and the might that is his new army. However, the ones that truly will stop him will be the young heroes, the up-and-comers, the ones Hawk seriously believe will surpass him or everyone else. It is kind of amazing for a guy who is somewhat lazy, for him to really now feel faith in the new generation. That brings me hope. Hope that this manga can be saved, as well as them stopping Shigaraki. But Shigaraki will get a powerful new power of All for One. Again, I'm not really sure how the Doctor really controls what it is. But the key to stop Shigaraki's rising power is to stop the Doctor, but the Doctor is invincible. He cannot be found. So the problem is, 4 months training. Is that gonna be enough? Probably not. But give me your thoughts if you have any.